my beloved child. Come closer and listen to me now. Do not let this moment pass as though it were ordinary. Do not treat these words as though they were small. I am speaking to you in the quiet place where your heart still trembles. In the place no one sees, in the place where your questions rise at night, and your strength seems to fade before morning. I know how weary you have become. I know how many thoughts have passed through your mind like dark birds searching for a place to land. I know how often you have looked at the road ahead and felt as though it vanished into a mist too thick to cross. I know how many times you have tried to appear steady while something deep inside you was shaking. And this is what I say to you now, with all the tenderness of heaven and all the authority of eternity. Do not worry, I will show you the way. But I am not speaking these words lightly. I am not offering you empty comfort. I am not handing you a fragile sentence that will break at the first sound of trouble. I am the Lord your God. I do not speak to calm you for a moment and then leave you to face the dark alone. When I speak peace, I release peace. When I speak life, I release life. When I speak direction, I begin to make a path where your eyes have seen none. My word is never hollow. My promise never arrives empty. If I have spoken, it is because I intend to sustain, to guide, to strengthen, and to lead you all the way through what now appears uncertain. My child, I have watched you carrying burdens that were too heavy for your human heart. I have seen you trying to solve tomorrow before sunrise has even come. I have seen you rehearsing pain that has not yet arrived, fearing outcomes that have not yet formed, grieving battles that have not yet begun. Your mind has run ahead of your grace. Your thoughts have tried to conquer what only my hand can govern. Your soul has grown tired because worry has demanded from you what only trust can receive. You were never created to live beneath the tyranny of fear. You were never shaped by my hands so that anxiety would become your counselor. You were never called by my name so that uncertainty would rule your thoughts. You were created for trust. You were formed for communion. You were redeemed for peace. I did not make you to be led by the noise of dread. I made you to be led by my voice. So I call you back now. I call you away from the exhausting habit of trying to see everything before you move. I call you away from the endless inner rehearsals of worst endings. I call you away from the restless striving that has unclouded your discernment. Come back to the simplicity of my presence. Come back to the holy quiet where my word becomes louder than your worry. Come back to the place where your heart remembers who I am. I am not confused by what confuses you. I am not threatened by what frightens you. I am not delayed because you are impatient. I am not absent because you cannot feel me. I remain God when your emotions tremble. I remain faithful when your thoughts scatter. I remain near when your soul feels overwhelmed. My nearness does not depend on your ability to sense it. My faithfulness does not weaken when your feelings change. My love does not withdraw because your strength is low. I am not like human affection, here one moment and distant the next. I am not like the unstable voices you have known, promising safety while carrying their own confusion. I am steadfast. I am constant. I am true. I am the same. I am me through the night and through the dawn, through the valley and through the mountain, through the silence and through the breakthrough. What I was when I delivered my people before, I still am for you now. My beloved, You have asked me why the road seems hidden. You have asked me why the answer tarries. You have asked me why the door is not opened, why the burden has not lifted, why the direction has not become clear. Sometimes you have mistaken my silence for distance. Sometimes you have mistaken delay for rejection. Sometimes you have believed that a closed door meant I had forgotten you. But hear me carefully. I have not forgotten you, and I have not lost sight of your life. Before you were born, I knew the shape of your days. Before your first breath, I knew the valleys you would cross. Before your first cry, I knew the prayers you would one day whisper through tears. There is nothing in your present season that has escaped my sight. There is no sigh in your chest, no restless turning in the night, no hidden ache, no secret fear, no unanswered question that I have failed to dis. I see you fully. I understand you completely. And because I see what you cannot see, I sometimes close what you beg me to open. I sometimes delay what you are desperate to receive. I sometimes lead you through a road you would never have chosen. Not because I delight in your discomfort, but because my wisdom is holier than your urgency. My love protects you not only by giving, but also by restraining. My mercy watches over you not only by opening doors, but by shutting the ones that would wound you if entered too soon. One day you will thank me for some of the very things that today confuse you. One day you will understand that the delay guarded you. One day you will see that the silence deepened you. One day you will realize that the closed door spared you. One day you will know that the narrow road trained you. But until that day, I ask for your trust. Not the shallow trust that smiles when everything is easy. Not the temporary trust that lasts only while answers come quickly. I seek from you the deeper trust that survives the fog, the silence, the waiting, and the questions. I seek the trust that says, Lord, I do not understand, but I believe that you do. I seek the surrender that says, Father, I cannot see the whole way, but I know the one who leads me. I seek the faith that keeps walking when sight has reached its limit. My child, listen to me. Faith does not grow in the places where everything is already visible. Faith is formed in the hidden places, where all you have is my promise and the next step before you. If I showed you every turn of the road at once, you might trust the map more than me. If I explained every mystery in advance, you might admire the plan and forget the planner. If I removed every question before the journey began, you might rely on your own understanding instead of learning the sweetness of leaning on my heart. But I am teaching you something greater than control. I am teaching you dependence. I am teaching you that my presence is safer than your certainty. I am teaching you that my word is stronger than your imagination. I am teaching you that the soul at rest in me is stronger than the soul, armed only with explanations. I am teaching you how to walk with me, not merely ahead of me. Many of my children want direction, but few want stillness. Many want answers, but resist surrender. Many want the blessing of guidance without the quiet posture required to discern my voice. But I do not shout over every noise you allow into your spirit. I call you inward, I draw you close. I speak where the heart has become still enough to listen. And yes, that is why some seasons feel stripped down. That is why some supports have weakened. That is why some voices have grown quiet. That is why certain comforts have been removed. I am not being cruel to you. I am clearing away. What has kept you from hearing me with clarity? I am reducing the noise. I am exposing the false shelters. I am teaching you the difference between what merely distracts you and what truly sustains you. Do not despise the season that teaches you how to hear my voice. Do not reject the wilderness where your dependence becomes real. Do not curse the waiting place where your roots go down deeper. Do not call empty what I call preparation, for I am doing hidden work in you even now. I am purifying motives. I am strengthening weakness. I am softening what has become hard. I am humbling what has become self-reliant. I am healing places within you that success could never heal. I am bringing to the surface fears you did not know governed you, not to shame you, but to free you. I am teaching your spirit to choose my truth over the instincts of panic. I am making you into the kind of person who can carry what you have been praying for without being destroyed by it. You think you are only asking me for a way forward. But I am doing more than that. I am shaping the one who will walk that way. I am not merely deciding where you will go. I am deciding who you will become, and the formation of your inner life matters to me more than the speed of your outward progress. So do not measure this season by visible movement alone. Do not assume nothing is happening because you do not yet hold the thing you have asked for. Heaven is not inactive because your circumstances seem still. My hand is moving in places your eyes cannot examine. I am arranging meetings you do not know are coming. I am shifting timing. I am restraining darkness you cannot detect. I am breaking traps that would have caught you. I am preserving you from outcomes you are not aware of. I am working inside hearts you cannot read. I am opening the proper door in the appointed time. Nothing in your future can arrive outside of my awareness. Nothing in your life is beyond my reach. You have worried because you believed you were standing before the future alone, but you are not. I am already in your tomorrow. I am already present in the place you fear. I am already waiting at the threshold of the next decision. I am already standing in the conversation you dread. I am already prepared for the valley you have not yet entered. You are not moving into territory where I have not first gone. Have I not always gone before my people? When the sea stood closed before them, was I not already present in the place where no road appeared? When the wilderness stretched long and dry, did I not still provide bread, water, and guidance? When lions roared, and giants stood tall, and prison doors were locked, and storms rose without warning, was I ever absent from those who trusted me? Have I changed? Has my hand shortened? Has my heart grown cold? Have I forgotten how to deliver, how to guide, how to sustain, how to rescue? No, my child. I remain the same. I am the God who still makes a way where none is visible. I am the shepherd who still leads through valleys without losing a single sheep. I am the Father who still watches over his children in the night. I am the Lord who still speaks peace over troubled waters. I am the Savior who still calls the weary to come and rest. And I am calling you now. Come away from the endless cycle of anxious thought. Come away from the fear that feeds on possibilities, but never produces peace. Come away from the pressure to hold your whole life together by yourself. You were never meant to be your own protector, your own provider, your own guide, and your own source of peace. That role was never given to you. It belongs to me. You have worn yourself out, trying to be sovereign over things that only I can govern. Let that burden fall. Lay down the need to know everything. Lay down the compulsion to control outcomes. Lay down the obsession with timing. Lay down the inner argument that says, you must solve what cannot yet be solved. Lay it all at my feet. Do not bring me a polished heart. Bring me an honest one. Do not wait until your thoughts are calm before you come. Come, so that I may calm them. Do not wait until your tears have stopped. Come while you are still weeping. Do not wait until you feel strong. Come in your weakness. Prayer is not the place where you pretend to be untroubled. Prayer is the place where you stop pretending. Prayer is where you bring your trembling into my presence and discover that my peace is greater than your storm. Prayer is where you release what your soul was never designed to carry forever. Prayer is where fear begins to lose its power because the heart has returned to its proper refuge. Prayer is where I remind you who I am. Prayer is where I minister to your spirit before I direct your steps. Prayer is where your inner noise quiets enough for my voice to become clear again. My child, sometimes the first miracle you need is not a changed circumstance. Sometimes the first miracle you need is a calmed heart. Because a troubled heart misreads the road. A frantic spirit cannot discern properly. A soul in panic often walks past the answer it has been begging for. Fear distorts. Worry exaggerates. Anxiety clouds discernment. But my peace restores sight. That is why I often speak peace before I speak instructions. That is why I calm before I clarify. That is why I tell you, do not fear, before I tell you where to go. Because once peace enters, discernment begins to awaken. Once the inner waters grow still, you can recognize my reflection again. Once the storm within you quiets, you begin to notice how I am already leading, already warning, already comforting, already opening, already restraining, already guiding you in small and sacred ways. Do not overlook those small leadings. Do not despise the gentle nudge. Do not ignore the holy restraint. Do not demand dramatic signs while dismissing the subtle peace by which I often guide. Many times I lead through peace. Many times I guide through conviction. Many times I protect through discomfort. Many times I direct through simple obedience. The path does not always appear all at once. Sometimes it unfolds as you walk. Sometimes the next step becomes visible only after the previous one has been obeyed. I do not always show you the destination, when what you need is enough grace to move one faithful step. That step is enough for today. You do not need the strength for the whole year today. You do not need answers for every future battle today. You do not need the entire map before sunset. You need my grace for this day. You need my bread for this day. You need my light for this step. Do not drag tomorrow into the chambers of today and call it wisdom. Much of what you name responsibility is only fear wearing a more respectable garment. You call it preparation, but it leaves your soul exhausted. You call it caution, but it robs your sleep. You call it discernment, but it fills your mind with shadows I did not cast. There is a difference between wise stewardship and anxious striving. Wisdom listens for me. Anxiety tries to outrun me. Wisdom trusts my timing. Anxiety attempts to seize control. Wisdom brings its questions into prayer. Anxiety spins them into torment. Come back to wisdom. Come back to stillness. Come back to my word. For my word is not decoration for your difficult days. It is life. It is bread. It is lamp, it is anchor, it is sword. It is the steady truth that remains when every emotion shifts and every circumstance trembles. When fear whispers that you will not make it, my word answers. When uncertainty says you are alone, my word answers. When despair tries to convince you that your future has collapsed, my word answers. Fill yourself with what I have spoken. Let my truth dwell in you until your thoughts are no longer discipled by dread but renewed by heaven. The enemy has worked hard to exhaust your mind because he knows a peaceful heart is dangerous to darkness. He knows that when you live anchored in me, panic loses its authority. He knows that when you truly trust me, confusion cannot control you. He knows that when my voice becomes your guide, his lies lose their force. That is why he has attempted to reach you through restlessness, through mental pressure, through imagined disasters, through endless inner rehearsals of failure, rejection, loss, and shame. He wants to make you fight battles that do not yet exist. He wants to drain your strength before the real test comes. He wants to keep you too troubled to pray, too distracted to listen, too weary to obey, too fearful to move, too inwardly shaken to recognize that I am still with you. But I say, no more. No more agreement with every dark thought. No more bowing before speculation. No more surrendering your peace to voices I did not send. No more letting dread interpret your future. You belong to me. Your mind is not meant to be a playground for torment. Your heart is not meant to be governed by fear. You are mine, and I am calling you back under the covering of my peace. That does not mean you will never feel temptation toward worry again. But it does mean that worry no longer gets the final word. Every time fear rises, you may return to me. Every time dread knocks, you may answer with truth. Every time your chest tightens with uncertainty, you may come back beneath my promise. Freedom often grows through repeated return. Peace becomes deeper as trust is chosen again and again. So when the thoughts rush, come to me. When the night feels long, call my name. When your soul trembles, open my word. When you do not know what to do next, kneel. When your mind tries to race ahead, bring it back to my feet. Do not underestimate the power of a heart that says, even through tears, Lord, I trust you. Those words are precious in my sight, not because they impress me, but because they reveal surrender. Trust born in comfort is easy. Trust offered in uncertainty is beautiful. Trust given when no answer has yet appeared is a fragrant offering before me. I see it. I treasure it. I strengthen it. You have wondered sometimes whether you are hearing me correctly. You have feared making the wrong move. You have worried that one misstep might ruin everything. But listen, I am a better shepherd than your fear allows you to believe. I know how to guide imperfect people. I know how to correct without discarding. I know how to redirect without discarding. If your heart is yielded, if you remain humble, if you keep returning to me, you do not need to live terrified that one weakness will destroy all that I have planned. My plan mercy is not so thin. My wisdom is not so limited. I know how to lead those who sincerely seek me. Trust my ability to guide you more than you trust your ability to get everything right. Trust my faithfulness more than you fear your weakness. Trust my mercy more than you fear mistakes. Trust my sovereignty more than you fear delay. I am not waiting at a distance for you to fail. I am actively engaged in leading you. I know how to nudge, warn, restrain, confirm, open, close, and redirect. You are safer in surrendered imperfection with me than in anxious self-reliance without me. And remember this, my beloved. The one speaking to you now is not a distant observer untouched by suffering. I am the Lord who entered human sorrow. I know what it is to be rejected. I know what it is to be misunderstood. I know what it is to carry grief. I know what it is to walk through darkness with full awareness of what lies ahead. I drank the cup. I endured the cross. I passed through death and rose in victory. So when I tell you not to fear, I am not speaking as one who has never touched pain. I am speaking as the Savior who has already conquered the deepest darkness you could ever face. You may trust the hands that still carry scars. You may rest in the voice that once cried out in suffering and still overcame. You may follow me because I do not ask you to walk a path I myself do not understand. My love for you is not theory. It was proven. My commitment to you is not poetic language. It is covenant. My guidance is not vague sentiment. It is active care. I lead because I love. I protect because I love. I delay because I love. I speak because I love. I correct because I love. I wait because I love. I draw you closer because I love. And I am saying to you now, stop interpreting your life through the lens of fear. Interpret it through the lens of my love. Fear will tell you every delay is abandonment. Love tells you I am preparing what is best. Fear will tell you silence means distance. Love tells you I am working in hidden ways. Fear will tell you the unknown is dangerous because you cannot control it. Love tells you the unknown is safe because it is known by me. What if the very road you fear is the road on which I will reveal my faithfulness most clearly? What if the waiting that troubles you is the place where I am building the strength you have prayed to possess? What if the silence you resist is making room for a deeper hearing? What if the uncertainty you despise is the school in which trust becomes real? What if the path forward begins not with dramatic signs, but with a soul quiet enough to believe me? My child, there are things ahead for you that require a steadier spirit than you once had. There are answers you have asked for that must be received with maturity, humility, and dependence. There are doors that will open, but before they do, I am strengthening the inner structure of your life. I am enlarging your sapatsachutu for peace. I am teaching you to carry blessing without pride, movement without panic, responsibility without self-worship, opportunity without losing your center in me. Do not confuse formation with delay. Sometimes my deepest gifts are being prepared in you before they are placed around you. I am doing a work within your soul that no one else can measure. I am teaching you how to let go of old patterns. I am exposing the false refuge of overthinking. I am confronting the habit of catastrophic imagining. I am breaking the partnership you have formed with fear. I am inviting you into a freer way of living. A slower heart, a steadier mind, a deeper prayer life, a more childlike dependence, a cleaner inner world, a peace that does not collapse when life becomes uncertain. This is holy work, and it matters more than you know. You have been in seasons where you thought the greatest need was a changed circumstance, but often your deepest need was a transformed interior life. When your inner world changes, your outer path becomes easier to walk. When peace governs your mind, decisions lose some of their terror. When trust deepens, delay loses some of its poison. When my presence becomes precious to you, Uncertainty cannot frighten you as easily. That is why I am drawing you here, into a place of greater inward alignment with me. Do not rush out of it. Do not numb it with noise. Do not escape it through distraction. Stay with me long enough for your soul to settle. Stay with me long enough for your thoughts to soften. Stay with me long enough for my word to outlast your panic. Stay with me long enough for peace to take root. Stay with me long enough to realize that the answer you needed most was not only information, but me. For I am your peace. Not peace as the world gives, fragile and temporary and dependent on circumstance. I give the peace that can exist in the middle of uncertainty, the peace that holds steady in the storm, the peace that can stand in the valley and still know that I am near. This peace is not denial. It is not pretending the struggle is small. It is not the shallow calm of someone untouched by hardship. It is the deep and holy stability that comes from being held by me. When my peace rests upon you, the storm may still exist, but it no longer owns you. When my peace fills you, the question may remain, but it no longer torments you. When my peace guards you, the future may still be hidden, but it no longer has the power to devour your present. That is what I desire for you. Not merely relief, not merely escape, but peace with weight, peace with roots, peace that teaches your soul to remain. And from that peace, I will guide you. Yes, I will guide you. I will guide you through my word. I will guide you through prayer. I will guide you through holy peace. I will guide you through wise counsel when needed. I will guide you through conviction. I will guide you through restraint. I will guide you through opened doors. I will guide you through closed ones. I will guide you through repeated return to my presence. You are not directionless just because you do not yet possess all the details. The presence of uncertainty is not the absence of guidance. Many times you are more led than you realize. You look for lightning when I am using a lamp. You look for thunder when I am speaking in a whisper. You look for the whole answer when I am giving the next faithful step. Learn to treasure that next step. Learn to obey it with reverence. Great clarity often grows out of small obedience. And if you feel too weak for even that, then say so. Speak plainly with me. I am not offended by your frailty. Tell me you feel tired. Tell me you feel confused. Tell me you feel afraid. Tell me you feel unable. Then remain long enough to hear me answer. My grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness. I am not asking you to become self-sufficient. I am asking you to abide. Abide in me when you do not know the way. Abide in me when the future seems dim. Abide in me when your prayers feel small. Abide in me when all you can offer is a trembling heart. Abide in me when you cannot make sense of the season. For the branch does not create fruit by striving. It bears fruit by remaining. The soul does not find guidance by frantic movement. It finds guidance by abiding in the one who sees the end from the beginning. My beloved child, do not let comparison deepen your anxiety. Another person's road is not yours. Another person's timing is not your timing. Another person's visible progress is not proof that I have neglected you. I lead each of my children with wisdom suited to their calling, their condition, their readiness, their hidden needs, and the work I intend to do through them. The road of one is not the measure of another. Stop looking sideways in order to determine whether I am being good to you. Look at me. Measure my faithfulness by my character, not by someone else's journey. I know what you need. I know when you need it. I know what must be removed before it arrives. I know what must be healed before you can carry it. I know what must be strengthened before the next door opens. Trust me with your path. Some of your greatest torment has come because you have looked at other lives and concluded that I must be late with yours. But you do not see what I see. You do not know what I am sparing you from, preparing you for, or producing in you. I am not behind. I am deliberate. I am not inattentive. I am exact. I am not rushed by human clocks. I am moved by wisdom, by love, and by the eternal good I intend for you. So release the measuring rod. Release the inner accusation. Release the question that says, "Why not me yet?" Return instead to this certainty. The Lord knows the way that I take. Yes, I know the way that you take. I know the way through the grief. I know the way through the financial pressure. I know the way through the relational confusion. I know the way through the mental battle. I know the way through the hidden sorrow. I know the way through the hidden sorrow. I know the way through the spiritual drought. I know the way through the long season of not knowing. There is no maze in which I cannot lead you. There is no wilderness in which I cannot sustain you. There is no valley in which I cannot keep you. There is no night in which my presence cannot reach you. And so I speak once more to the anxious places in you. Be still. Let the grip of fear loosen. Let the clenched place in your chest open. Let the thoughts that have raced for so long begin to kneel before my truth. I am not telling you that everything will unfold according to your imagination. I am telling you something far better. Everything will unfold beneath my sovereign hand, and I will be with you in all of it. Can you receive that? Can you let that truth settle deeper than your panic? Can you allow my promise to enter the room where your fear has been speaking the loudest? Say to your soul, "The Lord is here." Say to your heart, "The Lord is leading." Say to your thoughts, "The Lord knows." Say to your fear, "The Lord has spoken." Even if your voice shakes, speak agreement with me. Even if tears are falling, agree with my truth. Even if the answer has not arrived, stand beneath my promise. Sometimes, victory begins with nothing more dramatic than a weary heart choosing to believe me again. Choose that now. Choose to believe that I am with you. Choose to believe that I have not abandoned your future. Choose to believe that my timing is not cruelty. Choose to believe that my silence is not neglect. Choose to believe that my guidance is still available. Choose to believe that prayer matters. Choose to believe that peace can return. Choose to believe that my hand is already at work in what you cannot yet explain. Choose to believe that you are not lost. For you are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not standing at the edge of your life alone. You are not drifting beneath a silent heaven. You are mine. I have called you by name. I have covered you in mercy. I have surrounded you with my faithfulness. I have gone before you, and I remain with you. The path may not be fully visible, but it is known by me. The season may be difficult, but it is not outside my care. The future may seem uncertain, but it is not outside my hands. So come, my beloved, walk with me, step by step. Not tomorrow's step, not next year's burden, not every answer at once. Just this step, just this day, just this return to trust. Let me be your peace for this hour. Let me be your wisdom for this decision. Let me be your refuge for this night. Let me be your strength for this weakness. Let me be your shepherd in this unknown place. And when fear comes again, as it sometimes will, do not be surprised. Simply return to prayer. Return to my word. Return to my presence. Return to what I have spoken. Return until the path becomes clear enough for obedience. Return until peace settles again. Return until thoughts remember their true master. I will not grow tired of your returning. I will not become impatient with your weakness. I will not mock your need. I will receive you, steady you, and guide you again. For this is who I am. I am your Father. I am your shepherd. I am your defender. I am your provider. I am your counselor. I am your peace. I am your God. And I say to you now, as surely as I have ever spoken to a trembling heart, my beloved child, do not worry. Do not let fear guide what I have called by name. Do not surrender your peace to the shadows of uncertainty. Do not imagine that I have left you to find the way alone. I am already in the tomorrow that troubles you. I am already at work, in the places you cannot see. I am already preparing what you have prayed for. I am already guarding you from what would harm you. I am already making straight what has felt crooked. Stay close to me. Listen for my voice. Follow my peace. Trust my heart. And you will discover, in the right time and in the right way, that I was guiding you all along. Do not worry. I will show you the way.